Hello. It's Byteviternity. And I also have Bytefyre here.
Yo, what's up, friends?
There he is.
Hope everyone's having a good weekend.
Hopefully everybody can hear you. I hope so.
Yeah. I don't know. Can y'all hear me?
Thank you for the raid, Phoenix. I've got two voices.
All right, I guess that's a yes. Hey, Fetya.
Magic. That's my mouth. Whoa. To be fair, dude. Whenever you
Basically, your strategies
two
are a bit
voices.
bugged.
Really? I don't see how.
Hey,
What's the
Phoenix.
problem exactly?
Hey,
It's
Phoenix.
Cool.
Yeah. So let's wait a minute or two for more people to join before we actually let this go. And in the meantime, we get to vibe to the music.
What are we doing, Bytefyre? What is this?
We are going to watch the Chapter 4 segments of the tasks UV Max E2L that I've been building for Eviternity.
Excellent.
So it'll be maps 16 through 20, including the behemoth known as Dehydration, map 19.
A fun time.
You know, it actually was when it was all said and done, to be fair. And yeah, I think everyone's going to be pretty amazed at the time I ended up getting on that map, because I was kind of shocked myself.
I'm still
Yeah,
waiting
no.
to say. I don't know myself what time you got.
I know. I wanted to keep everybody in suspense about this.
Are the
Speaking of
volumes
dehydration,
okay?
take a drink of water.
Phoenix Petya, are the volumes okay? Volumes are good.
Excellent. All right. Yeah, the chat seems to be pretty much synced up with everything.
Yeah?
So, yeah.
Sweet. There shouldn't be much delay, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah. What are we drinking tonight?
Just water.
Just water.
Yeah, like I said, I was out seeing some live baseball this afternoon over here in the U.S.
nice.
And it was pretty dang hot. So I'm just keeping myself nice and cool now.
Yeah.
So yeah, very appropriate.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
I've also got water mixed
Nice.
with barley and yeast and hops.
Okay. So you're not drinking water.
That's water.
It's just, well, there's water in it.
I've got no drink. Wasser, Gerstenmalz, Hefe, and Hopfen. Let me go get a coffee. No.
Yeah, we can still hold for like another few minutes before we let this get started. Just listening to this though, and ignore this was just such an amazing time putting that together. Yeah.
Don't speak French. That was German. Hello, Beezus.
Hey,
Who is
Beezus.
that? That's
This is
Bytefyre.
Bytefyre live on the internet.
Live. This is a sneak preview of Bytefyre's voice coming up in December.
That's right. Yes way.
Twitch.tv/Bytefyre.
Yep. Hello. They're all gonna get to hear the music, because I'm not.
Oh, you know what? The Discord window is actually higher on my OBS, so the actual the pop-up didn't come up.
Oh, that's funny.
I need to put that down. There. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay, my card, the card on the left is like slightly over the window, but there's not much I can do about it.
Yeah, it seems like it's actually fine. Like maybe it's not even going to cover up more than like a pixel or two.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not covering up the extended HUD at all, so I think it's okay.
Yeah, it is barely there. If I put my mouse over the thing on OBS, like it's a pixel or maybe 3.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Yeah.
5 months early for the first live stream.
No, it's like it would have been a lot of effort for me to set things up on my end for this.
Yeah.
You know. So this is fine. This is chill. I think I'm just from where we started. I think I'm literally like a couple of ticks away from actually exiting map 32.
Oh yeah, you are like literally on the exit. I just realized.
Yep.
90 minutes into the run so far.
Yeah.
Oh, you were almost exited halfway through the WOD at an hour and a half.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that happened. Oh, it's funny. I was going to load in the UMap info, but since it's already at the right spot, I'm not going to bother this. Yeah, the only benefit to that for this is that we get to see like the title cards for each map actually but like as the map is loading.
Yeah.
Because otherwise it just does black screen. Because I think it's like still the case now that DSDA Doom, unless you're using a flat for the graphic,
yeah,
it won't do it out of the box. You have to use UMap info, like a specific field to actually load the picture in.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of strange that that's still the way it works, but yeah, like I said, it's fine, and not a big deal for this. I will remember to do that for Chapter 5 though. 'Cause, I want the story intermission screen to have the right background for that, because it's a pretty cool one. Definitely like fitting the hell aesthetic for that chapter.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hi,
hey, Bella.
Not just a map.
Whole chapter.
Whole chapter.
Yeah. So yeah, I think once Phoenix gets back, then we'll get started. Yep. Yeah, it's done. Chapter 4 is all.
I hope you've got a drink ready, Bella, because this is going to be like an hour.
Oh yeah, little less than that, but yeah, pretty close.
Let me go get some cereal in my mouth. Just go and get a bag of cereal and just put it in your mouth. Don't chew it. Don't do anything. Just hold it in your mouth for the entire stream.
Yeah, exactly, Fetja. Exactly.
That'll dehydrate you.
Yeah.
Oh, just imagine holding porridge in your mouth. Just dry porridge.
Oh. No, please. No. All right, Phoenix is here.
But now Bill is gone.
Okay. So yeah, we'll give Bill a minute. Like I said, still get to enjoy the music for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Hey.
All right, I will let this begin.
Do it. It really was like a second.
Yeah, it was like 3 ticks, I think, or maybe even 2 ticks.
Nice.
All right, here we go. Map 16. Just starting this with, a pretty nice stack. So compared to T Silver at this point, I'm a few BFG shots behind. I think they had like 480 cells compared to 320 like I have, but I have like a handful more rockets than they do as well. So, but even so, it's still like very good starting position.
Yeah.
Oh, so Naps, you remember that thing I told you that I had to do in this map? It's coming up.
Here it comes.
The only time that I'm going to intentionally let this happen in the whole run. Because it saves time.
It saves a lot of time, right?
Yes. A few seconds, really.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of a flex too, honestly.
The only vile hit.
Yeah, the only vial hit I'm going to allow myself to take, in theory.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? There could be another context at some point where a vial jump might actually be useful, but I haven't run into it yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this right here, it's like this is another one of those rooms where having all these rockets and, of course, the BFG just makes things so easy.
Yeah. Those annihilators, man.
Oh, yeah.
Single-barreled shotgun.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little faster, and I beat the timer in this room. So I can actually get in position, get some rockets ready for these guys. Yeah, it's clearing this corridor, pretty simple. So now with all the keys available, the archviles are going to spawn in a second.
Joy.
Double kill. Actually, triple kill because I got the Revenant too. So now just a little bit of cleanup. Yeah, this map, it's definitely a lot tougher from pistol start because you have a very limited number of rockets to work with.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're carrying as much stuff as I am from map 32, it just neuters it very severely.
Compared to Adam Norris's, though, this is like a palate cleanser and a half.
Oh, yeah, it's like, this is like just so chill to have right after that, for sure. And, yeah, it's not much of a spoiler at this point, but I got sub 3 on this.
Nice.
Yeah.
I should do this when I got the TNTR detour. Yeah. Nice.
All right, so you're a segregation. So yeah, cat jam indeed. So if you can remember, you'll see the beginning with this one. So T Silver used 2 BFG shots to kill the cyber pretty much right away, but this is timed. So I figured, since I was technically behind on BFG coming out of map 32, I figured let's just slow roll him with the SSG. The switch will be available while I'm still shooting him, but that's fine. That means like I can get a little bit more even on the number of cells that I have.
Yeah.
By comparison. And again, that's all good. So now I have 2 more shots for later in the map.
Hey, Lavender.
Like, hey, Lavender. So we'll do this side first. Because I believe this isn't the side where I'm actually going to be heavily using the BFG. At least, actually, no, yeah, it is. That's right. Yeah, this side is the side that has the Mega Armor secret, and that's where you drop in, you get the Plasma Gun, and a lot of the but pretty much all the cells that are available for this map are on this side. So he's got to fight through a few heavies over here first before I drop in there to take care of that. And I'll get the Mega Armor up front because again, TAS, so I can take the hits. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I got some of these guys will have collected here. They come through from the other half of the map.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the Cacos from that side, they can like find their way over here.
Nice.
But yeah, but here we go. This is like the sort of like the bigger fight of the two, in a way. At least I kind of found it to be that way. I mean, it's funny. Like both halves, they're pretty evenly set up as far as the number of mid tiers and such that you're gonna face.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I kind of found this one to be a little bit more of a challenge. Well, I guess at least in terms of managing the cells.
Yeah.
Because the other side, I used a lot more rockets.
I just love that you barely get hit.
Well, again, it's the benefit of tasks.
Hey, it's true. Oh, what we should have done is either the pacifist Kako that's floating on the left of my avatar, or like make your own and have your voice like
yeah,
talking it. Give it a little mouth that talks.
Yeah. Yeah, take care of all these guys first before I start opening up the rest of this area.
Yeah.
Especially the chain gunners. I don't want to be getting shot back.
I love how you come out of the back of 32 like, damn, that was a long map. Oh, these are pretty short. 16's pretty short.
Yeah.
17's pretty short. And then you get to 18 and it's like, okay. And then 19 and you're like...
Yeah, here's one of my favorite. Telefragging that archvile. Oh, that is so satisfying.
Nice.
Now, there's a lot of rockets to pick up here, so I'm going to do that first.
Tasty.
All right, now we get to start the big fight on this side.
Tasty fraggy. that rev rocket that's just circling around you.
That actually hit me,
Nice.
but it was for low damage.
Yeah. Telefraggies.
I like that, Lavender.
Telefraggies. Telefraggies.
Anyway, yeah, I'm watching the cells that I'm using here as well, because I'm already measuring what I want to be able to carry from 18 into 19. So you see that at 320. So
good.
What I ended up doing in the next map is I managed to save 280 cells all in one secret area for the end. And I used, I think, exactly 20 BFG shots in this map.
20.
That's pretty, I think it's like all the cells that it gives you, actually. It's 20. Let me think. Or was it? No, it's 27. That's right. 27 total. Yeah, so it was 20, yeah. Yes, the math works out, yep. So I'm going to start getting the secrets, some of the secrets opened up, like, right now. So this is the area I'm talking about. So yeah, all those cells right there, I'm not going to go back there until the end of the map. Because this way, when I exit, I'll have 600, which would match what T Silver had in the D2 all, like the actual D2 all going into 19. I wanted to make sure I was matched on resources. So it's already half the secrets, and I was barely a minute into the map.
I thought you were going to hit that single pinky with the BFG shot then.
No, it's just, it was a good spot to do that. Because the other thing is, because of when some of the cell pickups actually are, I need to use more cells so that I'm not hoovering the pickups.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I don't want to waste anything. Try to get these guys lined up a little bit. So just that one that was a little stubborn about actually getting in there with the other fives.
There's always one dancer that's a little bit out of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I would say, screw that pain elemental in particular. Alright, and now, imps! Lots of imps. Oh, that is so satisfying. Yeah, that's right, Lavender.
Block. Nice.
Triple kill there at the end.
There's still time.
And I beat the
isn't it?
timer
Yeah.
again. Oh, also screw that Arachnotron over there at long range.
Oh, you're getting the sound.
Yep.
Why were you going to that corner?
Yeah, that's where the trigger is to lower that.
Yeah.
It's a little weird. Oh, I love this.
Nice.
Double kill.
Yeah. That was a very cute rocket.
Thank you. Yes, arch files deleted. Oh, I love this part too. So screw you, and then screw these guys.
Nice.
So basically, at this point, the only area left is the blue. Well, actually, no, there's two areas. I just have to do the blue key stuff over here, and then the yellow key area. But most of the enemies are dead at this point.
Hog files deleted. Annihilator. Annihilated. For everything else,
Exactly.
there's MasterCard.
Yep. Oh yeah, and that one,
Nice.
I think that's the only astral caco in the chapter.
Yeah.
It's like kind of random. And that's all the secrets.
Astrals. Ast.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's another thing I actually found out from watching T Silver's run of this. You only need 2 keys, I think, to open that door, or maybe even just 1.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 'cause I don't have the yellow key yet.
Yeah. Huh.
So basically, 1 BFG shot left, and this is also pretty sick too. Watch this.
Nice.
Yeah, use
Fire before it
the
teleports
Hell
out.
Knight as a springboard, basically, for that BFG shot
Yeah.
to get. So now go back to the secret, and I'm going to collect all the cells I didn't grab earlier to get to 600.
Nice.
And I'm going to have some water.
Do it.
'Cause
It's time. I keep forgetting to map up. Here we go.
Oh yeah. Cat fucking jam. So, for some context, the IL for dehydration is, I think, about 41 minutes and some change, and T Silver's split in the D2R was 38 minutes 1 second.
Faster than
So,
the IL.
just-
Okay.
Yes, which I did expect because carrying the BFG, but.
Yeah.
What happens as this map unfolds with the time, like I said, I was even amazed myself at what ended up happening. So yes,
This
now
is
we're
where you
just
clear the map in 4
doing-
minutes, isn't it?
I wish I could have been that fast, but so. Also, another thing is you don't get the SSG until quite a bit
Yeah.
into the map. Like you have to do quite a few fights first. Like, imagine doing this part with only the single barrel shotgun and the chain gun.
Yeah.
That's kind of nasty throwing a Revenant in like that.
I hope you're taking notes, Phoenix.
Actually, wait, who did the? I think it was Dubs actually did the IL for this,
Really?
or at least one of them. Oh no, wait, no, Dubs had I think 56 minutes. I think somebody else did the 41-minute run. I'm trying to remember who. Right? Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Who actually, as I remember, also did the IL for 31, which I ended up kind of smashing. Because I think Yeah, their time for 31 was like 9 minutes 11 seconds. I got 6:58, which like again, it's not like I was getting weapons that weren't or carrying weapons that weren't there. So
yeah, it still blows my mind that you're doing this with a keyboard.
Yeah, this one's like no quick starting or anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is all just straight keyboard. So yeah, just doing like a lot of this initial stuff. Yeah, it's not really like even like that tedious. It's all good stuff. And triple kills and everything.
Nice.
Yeah, I bet you could, Phoenix. Alright, so now we're gonna have to do the little sprint for the Berserk in a second once I drop down for the switch.
Yeah.
It's actually amazing that from the top of those stairs, like behind the Berserk, like where you jump for the backpack, you can actually see the first 3 Seekers from right there. It's kind of crazy.
Huh.
Yeah, so now
Nice.
immediately switch to the rocket launcher for this part. At least for the Manx, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Everything else just chain gun down because they're a little bit too spread out for the rocket launcher, and the SSG. The spread's going to be too wide as well. So it seemed the best weapon to use right here.
I think it was coming out of that area to the right there and seeing the boat the first time I ever played this map was like, oh shit, this is actually a massive map.
Oh yeah. So now it's time to start using some cells, which T-Silver actually didn't do. So this is where we're already going to start to deviate in terms of the time, because I wanted to get through a lot of these earlier little skirmishes a little more quickly. And just for a little context up front, I came out of the map with 520 cells. So
You came out
that
of
should
this
tell you a lot right there about as much as I used, the map actually provides a shit ton of cells. 43 BFG shots worth.
Nice.
Yeah. And of course, the other thing is you don't get the BFG if you pistol start. So that's like, again, like one-time saver up front. Yeah, I think that the count, well, including the one backpack that I couldn't get any cells from, the one in the secret up front, it's 1,740 cells. So it's technically 43 and a half BFG shots, but just basically take those 20 cells off and it's 43 even.
Squeezing the BFG to get half a shot out.
Yeah. So yeah, little chain gun there just to wake up this stuff, and then let's go and clear the hallway quickly.
Nice. I feel like I'm saying nice too often. Robonaps is going a bit weird.
Hey, it's warranted. So we're coming up on what's arguably the hardest fight in the map, and it's so early too.
Nice.
So nice triple kill there. I like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna start opening some stuff up here. Of course, one of the 2 important switches for loading that laser wall later on in the map.
This is counted as Byte's first stream.
All right, so we're almost to that part. This is funny. For some reason, that Revenant, it just doesn't wake up. I don't know why.
Odd.
Here we go. Time for the big fight.
Listen. And you don't get a BFG at this point, right?
No. No, you don't. You don't have the plasma gun yet. But yeah, this is the fight that's 4 annihilators. Just wasted them. That's 2 of them anyway. The other 2 are down there, or were down there, I should say.
Yeah.
God, it's so much faster already. Like I even forget what T Silver's time was at this point.
Yeah.
But I know I'm already like minutes ahead.
And the IL time was 38 minutes, right?
No, the IL time was 41 minutes.
T Silver's time was 38.
Yeah, 38:01. The other thing is, I made sure that I got every single cell pickup you could get, because there's one little small energy cell that's slightly out of the way, but it's only like a few seconds. Right? Yeah, Dubs' time was 56 minutes.
Right. That punch for the pinky into the crusher was like perfectly timed. The pinky just disappeared when you punched it.
Yeah.
I don't know where to look. I'm half watching my OBS screen and I'm half watching the Discord video.
Yeah. This what I actually got right now is, like I said, I'm basically the game is my active screen, and then I have enough of the Twitch chat that I can see so I can respond to what people are saying.
I remember getting so lost around this point playing this blind for the first time.
Yeah.
I think it was around here.
So it's funny, like, there's two lines in that watery area. There's one that raises up the Revenant and the Imps, and the other one lowers you into this fight. Watch this.
Oh nice.
Yeah. Got them all, including the Archvile.
Oh, I've got to ask, when is the Sunlusty to all tasks?
That's gonna be a little while.
I know you're working on the other things, but
yeah, it'll happen at some point. It's on the list. Yeah, I believe that, but like I said, just 5 minutes. Sorry, Pat, you only need more time.
you have a week to complete it. Go.
Yeah, that's not good. This guy. Goodbye.
Nice.
So it's interesting. A lot of the self pickups are actually more in the back half of the map. So I haven't really gotten to them yet. But as you can see, I'm actually now just past the halfway point on the kills.
Yeah. Jesus.
And we're not even 10 minutes into the map yet. So, again,
nice.
That should give you some indication of how long it actually took me to beat this.
Let's have some times in chat. What do you think this time's going to be? Click, 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 click.
Oh yeah, went for all the switches to spawn everything. Because then I can do this. Yeah, screw you, Hell Knight.
Nice.
It's a nice estimate. It's not. I wouldn't say that's a bad estimate. Both Archviles deleted. Yes, disrespect.
It was the fact that you punched it and just continued to move without
Yeah.
Hey Spoon. We started with map 16.
Hey Spoon, how's it going?
19.
Some of these BFG shots, it's so satisfying to see them again. No, this room.
Hey.
Oh, I had fun timing things with the switches here. Three out of 4 is all I needed.
Once you get to map 25, I can brute force the glide once you kill everything if that's necessary. It's been a year and a half since I played this one. That sounds about right.
Grab a little bit of extra ammo from up there, especially the cells.
It's true.
Now, this was a little annoying. There's a reason why I'm doing this. Because of this one freaking Kako.
What?
Like, I don't know why it took that long for that Kako to spawn.
Right.
But I had to go back over in that area for the supercharge anyway, so it worked out, but it was just one of those things. It's like, it could have been so easy to miss that Kako. And I didn't want to take a chance on having it follow me to some other part of the map, you know, where maybe I could kill it later. Just did not want to have any question marks on that.
Oh, I imagine getting to the end with 808 kills.
Yeah, it's like, nope, not going to even chance that happening. This is the one energy cell I was talking about, like taking that leap over there. These guys in a little position. There we go. Except that one Hell Knight, for whatever reason, didn't get really a lot of tracers.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Nice.
I fragged him. I actually went for those. Oh, I love this one too. The BFG shot. Oh, watch this. Oh, this is so sweet.
Nice.
Because that Annihilator is supposed to teleport in later in this area, but I said, no, you're just getting killed now. I'm not dealing with you.
Yeah, Phoenix is much more linear. Like, it's a lot more like breaching clear than I don't know, Morrison says.
Yeah.
But it's just so long.
So I actually grabbed those armor bonuses around the teleporter before I went through to make sure that I would telefrag the pain elemental on the other side. Because when I was just going straight through right away, it wasn't in position.
Right, yeah.
So I had to move around a little bit more to get that to happen. Yeah. I was trying to springboard that BFG ball so I could kill everything on the other side, but that one Kako just didn't get any tracers. Oh yeah, another Annihilator that's supposed to teleport behind you. I was like, no, we're not doing that. We're not gonna go through that trick. That was the heart attack one, the one that Destino nearly fainted when it teleported behind.
That imp dodge disrespect then as well. Just like...
Yeah. There's a little bit of unavoidable hit scan damage in this part, but it's just the nature of what it is. They're just it's just how the chain gunners are spread out. It's kind of hard to avoid them.
This area on this map just feels like such a separate entity to the rest of the map.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Like it could have been its own separate thing.
Of course, like really like the damaging floor area you have to worry about too. But I love the fact that I can shoot through that laser wall with the hit scan, but the Revenant can't hit me.
Nice.
Yeah, and for whatever reason, with some of the movement that I had right there, if I moved a certain way, I was able to double just two rocket kill that Arachnotron. So it's like, all right, I'm gonna take that RNG.
Your placements for the SSG shots are really, really good.
Thank you.
This is not 994.
Oh no, this is like one of like, it's really in a way like one of the hardest spots left. Is waiting for all these guys to sort of gather up so I can take them all out in one shot or close to it anyway. There's one Pinky that wasn't quite in my visual range for the BFG, but he dies here.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, imagine if this was released in 1994 and John Carmack and John Romero were just like, ah, I'm done.
Yeah.
They released Doom 2 and the Dragonfly just drops this like the next day.
I think that rocket hit the Kako before it was before it fully teleported in.
Yeah.
The second one. It's funny. It's like you spend all this time getting the yellow key, and the actual area behind the yellow door is small. It's like most of what's left is behind the door on the other side.
Yeah. Damn, not 18 minutes to it again, Byte.
Yeah. We have this part. Get these guys to group up a little bit.
Are you a sheepdog in another life?
Yeah.
How'd you get
I
them
don't
to
know.
like line up for you like that?
That's another one of teleporting enemies thing. Like that Mank would normally teleport behind you. It's like, nope, you're dying now. Oh yeah, I hit one of those switches from the ground, which I was kind of, was able to do. So I didn't see that exploited in, I think, either one of the demos.
Yeah. Sheepdog is his Patronus.
Now we have this little hallway fight, which is fun.
This is a Revenant hallway.
Yeah.
You did count that. I remember you counting the last 100 kills as well.
Completely disrespected a few parts of this fight, because there's parts where stuff is supposed to teleport, like right here.
Yeah.
No, you're not teleporting anyway. You're dying now.
The dead body can teleport though.
And same thing here.
Nice.
Oh, I love this part. I found out that the teleporters in these columns, they're all connected from the closets that supply them. So if you leave the imps alive in the other columns, everything will teleport into one. You can just kill everything right here.
Smart.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to deal with that. So I pipelined this a little bit with those last two imps.
Nice, nice, nice.
Yeah. So that takes a minute to lower. This is another sick BFG shot right here.
Pow.
Triple kill.
Nice.
And this riding that lift up like as it's rising, so I don't have to wait for it to lower again.
Yeah. That was a nice shot.
Yeah. I did have to wait like a second for them to line up for that, but I was like, I didn't want to use the chain gun or anything slower.
Managed to get that lift before it.
Yep. All right, and your final fight.
This is insane.
I know. It's like I said. I was here. I was like, there was a point where I thought sub 20 was on the table. It didn't quite work out, but I'm still so happy with how this turned out. I'm just waiting for the Annihilator to show up.
There he is.
Yep.
Nice.
And that's the right number. 5 enemies left. Now, what? This is something I did not know about. This is not a secret, but that wall is usable. This connects back to a much earlier part of the map. Or actually, no, wait, no, that's the hallway. That's the hallway fight. That's what that connects to. But here we go.
Wow. Sub 21.
Yep. That was so satisfying to come out of there with that time. Thank you, Beezus.
Nice, nice.
All right,
nice.
now we got 20. Finish out the chapter. So Dubs' IL time for 20 was 8:45. T Silver's time on this map was over 10 minutes.
Oh, really?
So like they were really taking this one slow. Again, I know it's a D2 all, so you kind of have to be more cautious, but there was definitely a lot of optimization that could be done in some respects just from following a lot of the IL route.
Yeah.
So the one thing I had to keep in mind with this is that there is like a very limited number of cells on this map, including the 2 backpacks that you get. There are only 8 BFG shots worth of cells.
Right.
And I'm going to use most of what I have right here in this room to kill the chain gunners and the Kakos. Because there's just so many Kakos in here that to do it quickly, you really need to use a lot of the cells here. And honestly, like a lot of the other fights, you don't need to use cells. You can get away with rockets because the map provides a lot of rockets. I think it's 90 or 92. Yeah,
Nice.
Actually, no, 94. Actually, including the backpacks, you have 94 rockets on the map.
Wow.
So it's quite a lot. So I'm taking care of these guys now because there's gonna be a revenant up there later once stuff starts spawning when I get the keys and everything. So I'm just like don't want to have the complication of other enemies up there, especially not like the shotguns, shotgunners. I just want them out of the way. Like, do not want to have hit scanner on any longer than necessary, which is really not at all.
I remember enjoying this map, blind, the first time I played it.
Yeah, it's good. It's got some nice vibes to it.
Yes,
Also, one thing that. Oh yeah, oh, that's right. Oh yeah. Oh, I almost forgot about that. Yeah.
Sorry about what you were saying.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. I actually saved the cyber telefract for the end because I want him to do a little bit of infighting for me. Oh yeah. What else? Lost the train of thought with this a little bit. Yeah, I guess what I was just saying is that there's not really a lot of fights where you really need cells. Like you can get like rockets for a lot of things, but like here for what some groups of enemies, it definitely made getting through a little bit faster. But right here, I just want to get the secret open with the Megasphere, so I can grab that and like saves everything else for later. Yeah, the cyber's going to do quite a bit right there.
I'm assuming it's already in fighting now, like.
Yeah, I don't know how much he actually killed. I didn't really go back to look.
There was a really nice BFG shot as you were going along the cliff edge towards the Megasphere, where you hit a chain gunner in a cubby hole.
Yeah, I actually thought that I killed him, but then it turned out I had.
Oh right.
Yeah, I SSG him on the way out when I was done. Oh yeah, what I was going to say was that this is the only map in Chapter 4 where there's a lot of red textures. I feel like in a way it's meant to signify that hell itself is starting to bleed through, because as sort of like a precursor to what you're going to face in the next chapter.
Do you remember when we did this co-op? There's a really weird sector to the right of the start area that lowers when you're inside the left side. That makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. It's so weird. I don't still understand it.
Nice. I like how they're all bunched up here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's basically what I was targeting for the end of the map with the cells was anywhere that Archviles were involved, like those cells were coming out there. So this, why does the tag have to be all the way down there?
Yeah.
So inconvenient. Because I'm not grabbing that supercharge. I don't need it.
There's only so much red paint to go around.
Yeah.
Nice.
Arachnotron did a little help for me right there, killing that pinky.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're basically in cleanup mode at this point. There's not many enemies left, comparatively speaking. That Caco, I don't know how he got there. That's like he's trying to get to me, but he's just like spazzing out.
Oh dear.
Alright, so now we're basically heading down to the exit at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, why that Archvile? He had to be so far back. I wanted to hit him with the BFG, but none of the tracers hit him.
It's surprising that none of the tracers hit him, though.
Yeah. And that's all the cells. Just enough.
And then you're dead.
And that is the end of chapter 4.
Excellent. Good times.
Yep. Very good times.
GG, dude.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. Yeah, I've still just been having so much fun working on this pasty tool. So yeah, I've already started chapter 5. I'm a pretty good chunk into map 21 at this point.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't know exactly when I'll be through with chapter 5, but it shouldn't take a couple more weeks. I think obviously less time than it took for chapter 4 because there's no map in chapter 5 that's as long as dehydration, obviously.
Yeah, true.
So, but yeah, so it should be done with the whole wad and be like a month and a half, and then have it posted.
Then
so
Sunlust.
Have the whole thing. Eventually. Yeah, thanks, Petty. Thanks, everybody. Yeah. It's been a lot of fun for sure. Now, I mean, aside from this, right now, I'm still working on my Ultimate Doom episode UV tasks as well.
Yeah, you're on episode 4 now, right? Or you're doing
Well,
episode
yeah,
4
I've sort of been doing episode 4 and 2 like in parallel a little bit. Yeah, although I've sort of been prioritizing 4 just because, well, especially because of like E4M1, E4M2. I wanted to get through those. I wanted to get them out of the way because of just how much, how well optimized those maps are, and yeah, and also it's just because of the fact that Coin is playing through that right now.
Yeah, Coin
doing
recently did the
IL
E4M3, right?
Yeah, and got a new world record on it, so I had to wait a little bit longer for that. So I think that after I do map 21, I'll switch back to episode 4 for a little bit just to get that one out of the way.
Yeah.
And then I'll go back to doing more Eviternity at that point.
Yeah, nice.
Then wait for E4M4 to become available, and so on.
He's got the record of E4M4.
Well, actually, I don't know if he broke it actually. For that one, for E4M3, yes. Oh, he did. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I might have missed. I think I missed the exit on that one. I can't quite remember. And I saw part of that stream at least.
Nice.
But yeah. So just it's nice to have those those further optimizations in there, so I have a better guide when I'm actually doing those maps myself.
What's the cumulative time for chapter 5 and 6 of Eviternity?
I haven't measured it yet, but I think based on where I am now, I just want to load up the DSDA page.
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's like if 5 and 6 together are faster than 4.
I don't know about that specifically. Yeah. Well, so my time on chapter 4, I think it was like roughly 45 minutes, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as the time, so I'm right now.
You almost beat Tishkaba's, not Tishkaba, you almost beat Silver's time for the entire chapter.
Yeah. It's pretty wild. So for 21 was about a little over 7 minutes, at least to the IL. The pace that I'm on right now, unless it's sometimes hard to tell exactly if things are going to go off the rails with just how, especially with this map. I killed all the cacos at this point where I am right now, so I'm not worried about flying enemies wandering all over the place. So it's just about stragglers in some of the earlier fights, because I sort of left some of them behind, get that map more progressed. Because the way that it's Deep Blue 215 has the IL record for it, it's 7 minutes 7 seconds.
Right.
And the way that they did it was they progressed the map basically all the way to the end, opened up the exit, let the Cyber Demon out, then dropped back down to start killing some of the remaining enemies that were left. And they could have had sub 7 on that, but they took a rocket to the face and got knocked off the steps.
Oh.
So they had to go back up and then kill the Cyber, so they probably lost a good 10 seconds right there, at least.
Yeah.
And I'm already about 20 seconds ahead of their pace.
Yeah,
with just some of the efficiencies that I've had going through it. So, yeah. So we could say, for me, it'll probably be like sub 7 at this point. I don't know exactly where it'll end up, but probably there. 22 Dubs' IL was Oh, it was 5 minutes. Yeah, it was 5 minutes. 0.23.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So and then 23 also dubs was 4:16.
It's 12,
Night
16 for
Terror
17 minutes.
is 24 at 8 minutes 1 second.
Okay.
Then 25
25.
was 2:57.
So like 28
So
minutes for
that's
the like just under half an hour for chapter 5.
yeah. And then chapter 6, you got like roughly 7 minutes for 26, 6 minutes for 27. Although again, it's like just it depends on what resources I have between
Yeah.
some of these maps. That like 27 could be faster. I'm sure 28 will be faster. Like Aquasa has the record for that, 3 minutes 15. But from a pistol start, you get the BFG, so that will make a difference, regardless of how much infighting I let the Cyber Demons do in that map. Really, the Cyber Demons and the Spider Mastermind, because that's basically just it's another arena map like 25 is.
Mm.
Where the enemies will teleport in waves. Um, so yeah, I don't know exactly what that time will be, but just yeah, we'll give it that for right now. 29, Aquasa has the IL for that at 12 minutes 41,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dubs has map 30 at 2 minutes 50. So that's let's see.
Night Beezers.
Yeah, 9 pieces. Let's see, 19. That could be like 32-ish minutes, so just based on the IL
So
time. So
about an hour for 5 and 6 combined.
yeah, and I am like right now, I think about at the 2 hour and 10 minute mark, I want to say.
Ooh. Aiming for
Yeah,
sub 3.
I know. I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
What is
Because
the
again,
Eviternity? Byte? Hello?
yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, what is the Eviternity detour?
Oh, T still first time, you mean?
Yeah.
I think it was 4 hours and 53 minutes.
Right. Okay. So yeah, like
I'm already at the point now. It's like I'm so far ahead of the actual D2L pace. It's ridiculous.
yeah.
But yeah, sub 3. I think with like so 28 and 29, I know are two maps where you do not. Well, with 28, you don't get the BFG at all, and 29, you don't get the BFG until you teleport to the last area, which is a replica of map 1.
Yeah.
For the final fight there. So there will be optimization for in that map for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost positive on that, and I just want to see like what sort of T Silver splits were for those. Yeah, it's like they're slower on pretty much everything. Um, I mean like way slower on map 30.
Yeah,
Like
I'd expect by the time that T Silver got to the end of map 29, like I'd be shaking going into
yeah,
30.
which I definitely understand just because of everything that map 30 involves with the
Yeah.
Archangelus. Um, yeah, but yeah, for obviously for my purposes for tasks, yeah, I'm fully expecting something either very close to the 3 hour mark, or again, it'd be amazing if I actually got it under that for this. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I mean, I knew for some of the IL times that there was going to be optimizations to be done. Again, for Map 19, never in my wildest dreams did I imagine I was going to take another 17 minutes
70,
off of that
yeah, it's like
map.
almost half the time.
Yeah, it's great, and especially if you compare it to the IL time. It's like it pretty much is half the time.
Yeah.
It's wild. I mean, obviously, even like going back to Anagnosis, it's like I knew what Derek's time was for that map. I think I've watched that demo so many times,
Hmm.
and I didn't even know about Eric's tax for that,
Right.
until pretty recently. Like it was probably like shortly before I actually got to 32. in my run,
Yeah.
and then realizing that I could take another like 8 minutes off of that map
Yeah.
was like, it's pretty amazing.
That's
But
mental. There is no
yeah,
BFG in map 19.
no, there's not.
That
That's
is
part of the reason why it
insane.
takes so long for those fights.
Yeah.
And even if, let's say, hypothetically you were doing well, I guess the only way you'd have one if you didn't, if you weren't doing like, max D2, if you were just doing UV speed. Um, well, so then you have to weigh the idea. Do you in 18? Do you go for the BFG secret? I guess you probably would, even for a UV speed, because
Yeah.
of how it would speed up things on 19. Even if you didn't have like theoretically as many cells as I would
It would
entering the map,
still, yeah, it still help.
yeah, it would still save some time,
Yeah.
for sure. But yeah, 19 from pistol start, no BFG,
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
you don't
Phoenix.
really get the heavy guns until, well, let's say, you get the rocket launcher. I guess it's still relatively early on in the map for that fight with the four annihilators,
Mm.
but yeah, you don't get the plasma gun until after that, so you don't have really any cells to use until you get past that point. And then it's like, just the plasma gun. It's just it's just not the most powerful weapon when you're facing the groups of enemies in those fights like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, it's fun. I kind of wish that Kavoth had been here for this too, because we were there was a point where they were pondering a potential UV speed for 19, and we were wondering, like, is it possible to zero press the switch behind the red door, because only the door itself is key locked.
Right.
If you could get the position correctly, it seemed like the distance was right, where you could zero press that switch and lower the barrier, which
Mm.
would basically eliminate half the map if you could
Yeah, it's
do
very
that.
true.
But he kept trying it, and for whatever reason, we just couldn't figure out the positioning. So
Yeah.
it seemed like maybe Stormcatcher set it up so that it just wasn't possible to do it. I get actually the only thing I'm wondering, because we were looking at it casually, I don't know if they had short ticks loaded for that. I would assume they did
I assume that they
when
would
we
have
were
done
looking at it.
because
Probably, yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's just looking at the distance, like in UDB, it seemed like that it was like the distance was small enough to where you could get, like, definitely like no more than 64 units. It seemed like it was less, but for whatever reason, I don't know if it was just the angle or something, that it just it just could not get the position to zero press that switch,
Yeah. Hmm.
because like that was basically the only thing we found that would have made it possible at all. The only other thing I could think of is, if you basically forces you to do some of the fights, but if you get to the point where you would get, it's the part where the water lowers you down to the other part, uh, we basically, it's like it divides the two halves of the area. Um, I'm trying to remember exactly how to describe that part. It's it's like it's after you do the rocket launcher fight. It's like when you drop from the that one ledge, and it's like it's a mank and some specters and a bunch of cacos down there. And then like you go through that little water area, and then it lowers down to where the archvile and a bunch of other enemies are.
Yeah.
If you could like SR50 or something over those line depths, so that you didn't get lowered down, or just that would then make that like necessarily SR50 would have to be. If
Yeah.
you could line depth skip those those lines and not drop down, um, could you then just go immediately and hit the switch that lowers the gate to the next area, where you have to, like, you actually see the waters, like, melt into sludge, that
Yeah.
part.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, again, I think I tried to see what SR50 would do, and it just I don't know if there's just not enough space to actually get the velocity to skip the lines,
Yeah.
which again was probably intentional on Stormcatcher's part
Yeah.
to make that unavoidable.
It's such an
But
insanely sized map. Like,
yeah, yeah, I guess in some ways it fits, because it seems like the fourth maps, like all the chapters, are technically like the standout maps
yeah.
of those chapters in some ways. The only thing I would say is maybe it's somewhat of an exception, that is chapter 3, because map 15.
Yeah,
15 is pretty damn special.
15 is special. That clock, man.
Oh god, I love that fight. I really did love taking that fight apart. Just it's that's like a junk food fight. That's just BFG spam
Really
pretty
is,
much.
yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But anyway, yeah. So yeah, this was fun. Glad
This
we
was fun.
were able to do this.
Um,
Um, so
yeah.
yeah, so hopefully we'll be on the lookout. Maybe like oh like maybe like three weeks or a month
Yeah.
for chapter 5, and we'll do this again.
We'll do this again. Yeah.
Yeah. So are you gonna end stream now?
I'm
Or,
gonna end stream. I'm gonna go and get some food and
all right.
maybe play some Spider-Man offline. But I'm gonna read Vortail, who's
All right.
currently doing some Atari ST dumpster diving. It looks like they're playing a Star Trek game.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
So thanks everybody for hanging out with us for Byteviternity,
Byteviternity.
and yeah, and I'll catch you all next time.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Byte. Hopefully this will work.
My pleasure.
Is this gonna work? Is this working? Can we still hear Byte? It's Byte.
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hello, Byte. Hey, you are still there. Excellent.
Yeah.
You can be here until we leave.
Yes.
We're about to raid Vortail. I wasn't sure because when I do this, it goes to a different scene, and I don't have all of my audio things lined up in my scenes.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know if Disco was there. Thank you for the raid earlier, Phoenix, with 14. Thank you for being here, Petya, Byte. Thank you for being here, Byte. Phoenix, Bella,
Absolutely.
Beezus, Lavender, Empress Spoon, Barfy. And all of you watching this, as a thought, I'll see you all soon. Bye, Byte.
See you, Naps.